Hi from Melbourne, Australia. We're here today to demonstrate the assembly of our 400 litre Aerobin with the assistance of Rachel. The packaging format, depending on where you are in the world, can vary. There's two formats. One, the single pack, which is largely what you see in front of you, where all of the components of the 400 litre Aerobin are together in one module. And the other option is a two-box or two-carton packaging format where the lid and base are in one carton, and all of the vertical panels, the 8 vertical panels, can be found in a second carton along with the aeration lung components. So we'll break this down as you would at home if you were receiving the single pack Aerobin. The only variance is that in the case of the lid, we have pre-assembled, for expediency, the 4 lid hooks to the underside of the lid. Now they would normally come to you, in fact, inside of the poly bag that carries the instructions and composting tips document. And every Aerobin comes with either, in the case of the 400 litre, the 400 litre instructions, or in the case of the 200 litre, the 200 litre instructions document. And a second document which is composting tips, and that helps and will assist you in your composting effort. There are menus provided in that, recipes if you like, for your composting effort depending on the ingredients that you'll be offering up to your Aerobin. So we'll simply now remove all of the components, the 2 access doors, the lung components, the 2 cowls, the aeration pipes, 2 of those, the 2 upper level fixed panels, which are distinguishable from the doors, if you like, with the arms or hooks that can be found on the top upper surface, and the other 2 of the 4 3-sided panels. And so that we're demonstrating the assembly from the ground up in the case of the 2-carton packaging, we'll take these factory fitted 3-sided panels off the base. And whilst we've got the base then exposed, on the underside of the base you'll see that the leachate tank in the case of the 400 litre Aerobin is factory fitted, and on the top you'll see on one of the corners the outlet tap where you would drain the leachate or compost tea that you've collected in the tank from. So the base, there's only 2 positions that these 3-sided panels can be fitted. There are slots in the base that enable only one-way engagement. The other 2 sides then become the sides that accept the access doors. So 2 sides for the 3-sided panels, 2 sides for the access doors. So the access doors that the 3-sided panels that we took off will now go back on. Roll those onto the corners, press down, lift up, that's engaged properly. Repeat that on the other side. Roll that over the corner, push down, lift up, that's also engaged properly. Now we'll go to the assembly of the aeration lung. Pipe into cow, pipe onto cow, and pipe into cow, so that completes the assembled lung. Insert that into the centre hub of the base, and then with something like a rubber mallet or a hammer or a heavy piece of timber, some fairly brutal taps to ensure that the 4 components have engaged into each other, and also the base pipe is engaged properly into the centre hub of the base. And you largely know when that's happened, when the thud or the sound that you're emitting from those striking actions becomes rather dull. So we can now go to the assembly of the second level of 3-sided panels. And again, these are just rolled into the corners, press down, lift up, and that's locked. And of course that forms the bridge, the doorway if you like, underneath for the access doors. Roll those onto the corners, press down, pull up, and it's locked. And now we'll go to the assembly of the 2 fixed panels. And the only technique really here is ensuring that you just get those hooks or arms to work their way into the opening slots, and then a press down, and that will have locked itself to the 3-sided panel below. Repeat that on the other side. press down, locked. Now the access doors. And the access doors are a lift in and up, roll in and press down. And when you press down, you're actually locking the inside of the access door to the base, which prevents, in the operation of the bin, the biomass materials that you're loading into the bin from pushing the doors open. So if you pull against that handle, Rach, you can't, you've lifted it up, but you can't, that won't open against the weight of material that's behind it. And the second door. Again, up and down, and it's locked. And then, of course, lucky last, we have the lid. And if you look at the lid, those hooks, their purpose is simply to enable you to free up your hands by hanging the, of course, in the operation of the bin, the lid's already on top of the bin. So it's just a matter of hanging it on the side walls, and that frees up your hands to load your materials that you're offering up for your composting effort into the bin. So we'll pop that on top. And that completes the assembly. And whilst we've got the bin assembled, we'll just now show you one alternative way of collecting your leachate by inserting a PVC hose onto in this case, a pump action water bottle with the internals of the valve removed. You can then insert that over the tap of the leachate tank, ensure that this bottle is positioned below the level of the aerobin, and the aerobin should always be mounted onto a solid foundation. You can't set up your aerobin to operate on a soft soil surface or on a grass surface, because the weight of the contents will eventually have that bin collapsing into, let's say, the soft foundation beneath it. So it's got to be sitting on something like timber, it's got to be on bricks, it's got to be on a concrete base, anything that's solid. And in doing so, if you can raise the bin 2 or 3 inches, it enables you then to, let's say, accommodate the drainage into the bottle that we have showing here below. So there's your 400 litre aerobin, and good luck. Thank you.